In 2010, 10,228 people died in drunk driving crashes. While the statistical rate for drinking and driving has lowered, drinking and driving still causes 1/3 of the deaths that happen in motorized vehicle accidents. Drinking and driving is still a problem that needs to be addressed. Most often than not, alcohol-related crashes happen because a driver thinks that the alcohol they consumed has left their system. I am here today to educate you on how alcohol affects your body and to persuade you to not take the risk of getting behind the wheel after drinking. The average person believes that having a few drinks will not impair their ability to drive. The following are a list of ways that alcohol affects your body. Alcohol affects your reaction time. When driving, you need to be able to react to the changing situations that are around you, like if you need to hit your brakes for a deer or slow for slowing traffic. When your reaction time is affected, your judgment is affected. You need to know when to slow down or to stop at stoplights and stop signs. Alcohol affects your vision and tracking. When under the influence, alcohol can slow your eye muscle functions. This results in blurred vision and your color perception is impaired. When your vision is compromised, so is your tracking ability. Tracking allows you to know your position on the road, the position of other vehicles on the road, and your ability to acknowledge road signs. Alcohol affects your concentration and comprehension. Alcohol causes drowsiness and takes the attention away from the task that is at hand. Alcohol hinders your ability to make rational decisions, and this can result in speeding and unnecessary horseplay while driving. Fortunately, there are simple steps that we can take to stop drinking and driving. One step is getting a DD. DD stands for designated driver. This individual's only job is to not consume any alcoholic beverages and to drive for those who have been drinking. Designated driving became popularized in the 1980s, and after the concept caught on, there was a 30% decrease in fatalities related to drinking and driving. Another step we can take to avoid drinking and driving is prevent those who have been drinking from leaving. All this entails is simply taking the keys of the driver who intended to drink. And if the driver insists on leaving, you can offer a safe alternative like calling them a taxi or an Uber. We can visualize the benefits of not drinking and driving by comparing them to what happens when you do choose to drink and drive. If you choose to get behind the wheel after drinking, you are 50% more likely to get into an accident and harm yourself and or those who are around you. Not all drunk driving accidents end in fatality, but they do end in a form of tragic loss. Here are a few examples. Sean Carter, a 22-year-old football player, was a passenger in a drunk friend's car that got into an accident. This accident left Sean with severe brain trauma that rendered him unable to speak or walk. Jacqueline Suberto. She was struck by a drunk driver, and as a result, the vehicle that she was in caught on fire. Jacqueline suffered severe burns to over 60% of her body. This left her with no nose, no ears, eyelids, lips, hair, or fingers. We can stop these kinds of traumatic accidents from happening by choosing to not get behind the wheel after drinking. Stories like Sean and Jacqueline's can be avoided if we make the right decision and choose to not drive after drinking. In conclusion, I urge you to make the right decision when drinking. Be prepared ahead of time and ask someone to be your DD, and even make plans to stay over at a friend's house after drinking. The simplest steps can save lives. We don't have to fall victim to these kinds of driving fatalities. Driving is scary enough. Why add intoxication to that mix? Be smart, be prepared, and be safe, and save a life by staying off of the road after drinking.